Breaking news: if you're living in the UK and struggling with a long-term health condition or disability that impacts your ability to work, you may be entitled to significant financial help, and most people don't even realise what's available. The Department for Work and Pensions, or DWP, offers what's called Employment and Support Allowance, commonly known as ESA, which provides financial support to those whose health makes it difficult or impossible for them to earn a living. Whether you're currently employed, self-employed, or even unemployed, there's a chance you might qualify for this benefit, and the payments can be as high as £362 every month, depending on your circumstances. In today's video, we're breaking down everything you need to know about ESA, including a full list of health conditions that could make you eligible, how much you can expect to receive, and what the latest changes in benefit rates mean for you in 2025. So, whether you're someone currently battling a chronic illness, facing new challenges due to a medical diagnosis, or supporting a loved one through their journey, this could be vital information. Let's get into the details. First off, who exactly is eligible for ESA? If you're under the state pension age and you have a health condition or disability that affects your ability to work, you may be able to claim what's now called the New Style ESA. But there's a catch: you must have been employed or self-employed in the recent past and have made enough national insurance contributions in the last 2 to 3 years. If you're receiving statutory sick pay or job seekers allowance, you won't qualify for ESA. However, it gets a bit more flexible when it comes to universal credit. If you're receiving universal credit and meet the other requirements, you could still be eligible for ESA, but be warned, any ESA you receive will usually reduce the amount of universal credit you get. Now, let's talk about the conditions. According to the most recent classifications from the DWP, there are 23 major categories of health conditions that could qualify you for ESA. These include a wide range of illnesses, from common physical diseases to complex mental health conditions. Here's a breakdown of those categories. First, there are infectious and parasitic diseases, which cover serious conditions like tuberculosis, hepatitis, and HIV. Next, we have neoplasms, a medical term for various types of cancer. Third, diseases related to the blood and immune system, including things like anemia and immune deficiencies. Then we move into endocrine and metabolic disorders like diabetes and thyroid issues, followed by mental and behavioral disorders, which encompass everything from depression and anxiety to schizophrenia and bipolar disorder. Diseases of the nervous system are next. This includes conditions like epilepsy, multiple sclerosis, and Parkinson's disease. Then we have conditions affecting the eyes and ears, such as vision loss or chronic hearing impairment. Circulatory system issues like high blood pressure, stroke, and heart disease also fall under the eligibility criteria, as do respiratory diseases like asthma and chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD. Digestive disorders like Crohn's disease, IBS, and liver disease also count, as do diseases of the skin and subcutaneous tissue, like severe eczema or psoriasis. Conditions affecting the musculoskeletal system, such as arthritis, back problems, or fibromyalgia, are also recognized. Reproductive and urinary conditions, including long-term complications during pregnancy or serious gynecological conditions, are included as well. There's even room for conditions that originate during the perinatal period, congenital disorders, and chromosomal abnormalities, so people born with certain syndromes may qualify. Then there are symptoms and clinical findings that don't fall neatly into a diagnosis, such as chronic fatigue or pain without a clear cause. The DWP also considers injuries, poisoning, and the long-term consequences of accidents. Other recognized categories include environmental and external causes of illness, factors that influence overall health status, and even special cases where the diagnosis doesn't clearly fit into a traditional box. Lastly, there are claimants who don't have a clear diagnosis recorded but still experience severe functional limitations due to health. So as you can see, the list is broad. If you or someone you know has a long-term health condition, there's a strong chance it could fall under one of these categories. Now let's talk numbers. As of April this year, ESA rates have gone up due to a 6.7% increase across most UK benefits. If you're under 25 and single, your weekly ESA payment now stands at £71.70, up from £67.20. If you're 25 or over, that number jumps to £90.50 a week. For single parents under 18, the rate is the same £71.70, and if you're over 18, it goes up to £90.50. If you're in a couple, the amounts vary depending on your circumstances. Both under 18? You'll get £71.70, but if you have a child, the amount increases to £108.30. If you're in the main phase of ESA and both under 18, you'll receive £90.50 or £142.30 with a child. For couples both over 18, the standard weekly ESA rate is now £142.25, up from £133.30. On top of these base rates, you might qualify for additional premiums depending on your circumstances. For example, if you have an enhanced disability, you could receive an extra £20.85 per week as a single person or £29.75 if you're part of a couple. If your condition is classed as severely disabling, there's a higher tier £81.50 per week for individuals and up to £163 per week for couples on the higher rate. Carers can receive an additional £45.60, and there are specific premiums available for pensioners as well. For example, if you're a single pensioner in the support group, your weekly amount is now £79.95, and if you're a couple without any additional components, you might be eligible for £190.70 per week. But remember, ESA is paid every 2 weeks, not weekly. So for someone over 25, that £90.50 becomes £181 every fortnight, and that's before adding any of the applicable premiums. In some cases, with premiums and support group payments, your ESA could add up to well over £300 every month, which is a lifeline for many who are unable to work due to their health. So how do you actually apply? The quickest way is online through the official UK government website, where you'll be guided step by step through the application process. Alternatively, you can apply by phone if you prefer to speak to someone directly, especially if you need extra help with the paperwork. During your application, you'll typically need to attend a work capability assessment, where a medical professional will determine how your condition affects your ability to work. This assessment helps the DWP decide which group you'll fall into, either the work-related activity group, for those who may be able to return to work in the future, or the support group, for those whose conditions are more severe. Being in the support group typically means a higher payment and fewer conditions attached to receiving it. Importantly, if you're already receiving universal credit, applying for ESA might still be worth it, because in some cases, ESA includes national insurance credits that count toward your future state pension. So even if the payments themselves don't add up to a huge sum, those credits can be crucial for your long-term financial security. Ultimately, Employment and Support Allowance is there to ensure that no one is left behind due to circumstances beyond their control. Whether it's a lifelong disability, a mental health condition, or a newly diagnosed illness, the system is designed to provide help where it's most needed. The key is to know your rights, understand the categories, and make sure you're getting the support you're entitled to. Far too many people are eligible for ESA and don't even realize it. Don't let yourself or a loved one be one of them. If you found this information useful, share it with someone who might benefit from it. And if you want more updates on UK benefits, financial tips, and support schemes you might be missing out on, make sure to like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe to my channel so you never miss another important update. Until next time, take care and stay informed.